APIs are the unsung hero of the digital world. They power e-commerce platforms, social media, and that one app you use to order sushi at 2 a.m. But designing a good API, that's an art and a science. Let's dive into the world of API design and learn how to turn your endpoints from spaghetti code into Michelin star architecture. Let's start simple. CRUD. Create, read, update, delete. These 4 operations are the building blocks of any API. Think of it as your API's ABCs. Post to API products, you send product details and voila, it's added. Read, get API products, fetch all of the products. Put API products ID, update the one typo in your product description. Delete API products ID, say goodbye to the overpriced banana stand. It's simple in theory, but in practice, well, let's just say it's not all APIs are created equal. Next, we pick how your API communicates. HTTP is the classic. It's like the polite letter exchange. WebSockets, more like a live chat, perfect for real-time apps. And then there's gRPC, the techie sibling that talks in protocol buffers instead of JSON, saving bandwidth like a pro. Use HTTP for simplicity, WebSockets for real-time magic, and gRPC when you're feeling fancy or Google tells you to. Now let's talk paradigms. REST is the OG, stateless, predictable, and loved by browsers everywhere. But it has its flaws. Ever heard of overfetching? Yeah, REST Achilles heel. GraphQL swoops in to save the day, letting clients request exactly what they need, no more, no less. But be warned, one overly complex query can bring your server to its knees faster than a bad regex. Finally, gRPC. Built for microservices, it's fast, efficient, and totally unreadable to anyone without a decoder ring. But hey, who needs human readability when you've got blazing speed? APIs don't exist in isolation. Relationships matter. Your user needs orders. Orders need products, and your database needs to not implode. For example, a well-designed endpoint like users, ID, orders doesn't just deliver data, it tells a story. Want pagination? Add a limit. Want to filter by date? Add start date. But remember, GET requests should be idempotent. If it changes data, it's not a GET, it's chaos. Change is inevitable, but breaking existing clients, that's just rude. Enter versioning. Create V2 products when you need major updates, but keep V1 products alive for older clients. GraphQL fans, don't think you're off the hook. Add new fields and deprecate old ones. Don't just rip them out. Versioning is the API equivalent of leaving breadcrumbs for your users. Picture this, your API goes viral overnight. Exciting, right? Until you're slammed with 1 billion requests per second and your server catches fire. That's why rate limiting exists, to save your server and your sanity. Don't even mention the costs associated. And don't forget core settings. Unless you want random websites hijacking your API, lock it down to trusted domains. Let's bring it all together. A great API isn't just functional, it's delightful. Use tools like Swagger to create interactive documentation, because nobody wants to read your 500-page PDF. Test relentlessly, write clear error messages, and for the love of JSON, follow your own rules. API design isn't just about endpoints. It's about creating an experience. Follow these best practices and your API won't just work, it'll shine. Now go forth and design APIs that developers will actually love using. And remember, subscribe or your next API will return 500 errors forever.